Akkalkotte Swami Leelamruta, written by Srimati Matangi Balaji and Sri J.H. Barratt. Chapter 45 and 46. Chapter 45. Sri Swami Maharaj in House of Cholappa. Rizaldar brought Sri Swami Samarth to Cholappa's home, told him about what transpired so far, and asked him to feed Sri Swami. After the meals, the prepared, Sri Swami Maharaj was seated and served. Sri Swami, without consuming the food, asked Rizaldar to touch the plate upon which the foods had been served. However, Rizaldar was very reluctant. Regardless of Sri Swami said, "Don't be afraid, hold this plate in your hand." As soon as Rizaldar took the plate and gave it to Sri Swami, Maharaj started eating. The women of the house began scolding Cholappa, saying that Sri Swami looked like a madman and asking why he had brought him home, despite of the fact none of the women wanted him there. Sri Swami Samarth remained in the house until next day. They were very angry and felt that all the food that they were cooking was getting impure because of Sri Swami's presence. They thought that Cholappa had become mad, but Cholappa's devotion to Sri Swami began to grow instead of diminishing. Maharaj gave them many problems to test them and play on their nerves. He would do things like feeding the grains of the house to the cow, taking that what was in the house and giving it to the beggars, and defecating anywhere inside and outside the home. Despite all these strange behavior, there was never any discipline in Cholappa's devotion. Indiscipline in Cholappa's devotion. By enduring such tribulations, he received the greatest possible treasure. Sri Swami Samarth himself, not only Cholappa, but also his descendants are enjoying the benefits of his good merit, even until today. The Samadhi of Mandir of Sri Swami Samarth is still situated today in this very house that he stayed with Cholappa and his family. Chapter 46. Sri Swami Samarth proving that he is a Mahapurusha. Cholappa's wife used to buy good quality grains, clean them and fill with a pot with them. Sri Swami Samarth would then take them out with any non knowing and feed them to Cholappa's cows. Because of this, grains would often run too quickly. It was festive season and Cholappa's wife used to buy enough good quality Bengal gram dal to make puran podi. When she went to check the pot she filled with the gram dal, it was empty. She came to know this was Swami's work and complained to Cholappa. When Cholappa asked Sri Swami about this, he said, "I don't know anything. You should ask your cow." Cholappa was extremely poor, so on an external level, it was not all helpful that food would be seen missing. His wife was not recognizing who Sri Swami was often found to be upset and frustrated by the situations. However, Cholappa himself always had great love towards Sri Swami. Shortly after Sri Swami arrived in Akkalkotte, the servants in Sri Malaji Rao's place told him that Mahapurusha had come to the town. The Maharaja asked, "How can we believe that he is real? If he comes before my eyes right now and give darshan, then I will accept as a Mahapurusha." The next moment, Sri Swami Samartha appeared in front of his Digambara mode. The Maharaja simply froze in surprise, but the devotion to Sri Swami began to grow from the point onwards. After a few minutes of this peculiar darshan, Sri Swami Samartha walked away. A few days later, the governor of Bombay visited Solapur, where he had invited Malaji Rao to come to meet Malaji Rao. Started out Solapur taking Chintopan Tolia along with him. Tolia advised the king, "Since you are going on the government business, you can take blessings of Sri Mahapurusha, who is staying at Cholappa's home." The king agreed, and they went to Cholappa's home. After the king got down the palanquin, he was reluctant to approach Swami Samartha after seeing his angry face. Sri Swami looked at him and said, "Come here." Then the king went near him for darshan. Sri Swami then took the big sword held by one of his gods and handed it to the king. Then he also took the spittoon from the servant's hand and gave it to the king. The king, not understanding any of this, bade Sri Swami farewell and later it is Solapur Victoria. Because the governor was in a hurry to leave, the king did not proper reception but gun fired in the honor. This made him very sad. A conversation then took place between governor and the king about the restrictions on owning the weapons of the town. The governor decided to remove this restriction completely to signify this. Sri Swami Samartha had put the sword in the king's hand and given to him to the spittoon bucket, that the king would not be properly honored. Understanding this, Valajarao devotion to Sri Swami began to increase tremendously. The king gave 5 rupees per month to Cholappa for his expense to Sri look after Swami for his persistence despite small tests given by Swami. Doesn't this episode make it clear to us that if we lose the courage and faith of the Swami trials, tribulations, and Sri Swami gives us the loose faith in the offer, Swami gives us the custom. We'll focus on the detailed event in the next chapter. Sri Swami Samartha, J. Swami Samartha. There ends chapter 46.